Grand Admiral Thera's 6 eyes widened in disbelief as the quantum analysis reports materialized before the emergency session of the Galactic Council. For 12,000 years, the Council had maintained order across 17 galaxy clusters through one fundamental principle: control of faster-than-light travel. Every species that achieved FTL technology did so through one of 3 approved methods, each requiring resources and knowledge that could only be obtained through Council membership. Until now, confirmation from observation posts Gamma 7 through Zeta 12 reported Intelligence Director Vorthak, his crystalline form flickering with stress patterns. The human vessel designated Prometheus has achieved sustained faster-than-light velocity using completely unknown principles. Current speed 47.3 times light speed and accelerating. The chamber erupted in a cacophony of alien languages as representatives from 847 species processed this impossible information. Council member Thiska, eldest of the Eternal Navigators, raised her energy-wreathed appendage for silence. "Impossible," she declared, her voice carrying the authority of eons. FTL requires either quantum tunnel boring, dimensional membrane puncturing, or dark matter manipulation. Our sensors would have detected any of these methodologies. "That's precisely the problem," Vorthak replied grimly. "They're using none of those methods. According to our instruments, they're somehow convincing space-time itself to cooperate." Dr. Sarah Chen stared at the readings on her console aboard the Prometheus as reality blurred past them at incomprehensible speeds. 3 months ago, she had been a theoretical physicist working on what her colleagues called the empathy equations, mathematical models describing how consciousness might interact with quantum fields. The idea had been considered fringe science, career suicide even. Now, as she watched stars streak past like luminous rain, she realized she had accidentally revolutionized galactic civilization. "Speed holding steady at 52.7s, reported Navigation Officer Park. "The field resonance is actually strengthening. It's like space-time is eager to help us." Sarah nodded, still trying to process what they had discovered. The breakthrough hadn't come from advanced engineering or exotic matter manipulation. It had come from a simple, almost childish insight. What if space-time wasn't just a medium to be conquered, but a conscious entity that could be asked nicely? The moment she had programmed their quantum computer to politely request passage through space-time, treating the universe itself as a willing participant rather than an obstacle to overcome, everything had changed. The cosmos had responded like a friend offering help to someone in need. Back in the council chamber, emergency protocols were activating for the first time in millennia. Species that had been bitter enemies were now huddling together, united by a shared fear of obsolescence. "Show me the technical analysis," demanded Councillor Mexra, the cybernetic representative from Andromeda Sector. The holographic display revealed the impossible. The human ship existed in a bubble of cooperative spacetime, moving not by forcing its way through the cosmic medium, but by somehow convincing the universe to carry it along willingly. The energy requirements were minimal, the side effects non-existent, and the theoretical maximum speed appeared to be limited only by how politely one could ask. "It's not technology," whispered xenophysicist Keltar. "It's diplomacy. They're conducting diplomacy with the fundamental forces of reality." Grand Admiral Thera felt ancient certainties crumbling around her. The entire galactic order was built on the premise that advanced FTL required millennia of technological development, massive resource investments, and strict oversight. Species earned council membership by proving their worthiness through gradual advancement along predetermined technological paths. But humans had simply asked the universe for help, and the universe had said yes. "Sir," communications specialist Rodriguez called out from her station, We're receiving a transmission. Source unknown, but it's coming from everywhere at once. Sarah authorized the message display, and text appeared on their screens in perfect formal English. Greetings, Prometheus crew. We are the Galactic Council. Captain Williams turned to Sarah with a mixture of excitement and concern. Doctor, did we just accidentally make humanity a galactic power? Sarah looked at the quantum resonance readings that showed space-time itself bending helpfully around their ship, eager to assist their journey. I think we did something much more significant than that, Captain. We proved that the universe responds to kindness. The implications were staggering. If space-time could be convinced to cooperate rather than conquered, what other fundamental forces might respond to polite request rather than technological domination? Gravity? Electromagnetism? The strong nuclear force? Meanwhile, in the council chambers, emergency committees were forming with unprecedented speed. The Technological Oversight Bureau was drafting new classifications for empathic physics. The Strategic Defense Council was calculating how quickly their own civilizations could adapt this new approach. The Philosophical Department was having what could only be described as a collective nervous breakdown. The humans have invalidated our entire understanding of technological advancement, reported the Chief Science Advisor. If consciousness can directly interface with fundamental forces through request rather than manipulation, then every technological hierarchy we've established becomes meaningless. Grand Admiral Zex Thara stared at the tactical display showing the human ship's impossible journey. Around them, space itself seemed to sparkle with cooperative energy, as if the cosmos was enjoying the novel experience of being asked rather than commanded. "What are your orders, Admiral?" asked her aide. Zex Thara considered the options. They could attempt to suppress this knowledge, but it was already spreading through their sensor networks. They could try to co-opt or control humanity, but any species that could convince the universe itself to cooperate might have other surprises in store. They could attempt to destroy the humans, but that would require explaining to their own populations why they were eliminating a species whose greatest crime was being polite to reality. Send a formal invitation, she decided. Full diplomatic honors. And someone find our xenopsychologists. We need to understand how a species develops the audacity to ask the universe for favors. As the Prometheus continued its impossible journey toward galactic civilization, Sarah Chen watched stars blur past and wondered what other aspects of reality might respond to kindness, cooperation, and the simple act of asking nicely. Behind them, the Galactic Council scrambled to comprehend a truth that would reshape their understanding of existence itself. Sometimes, the greatest discoveries come not from forcing answers from the universe, but from having the wisdom to say please.